free.
This one's for WWE champions. Pay to win like every day, yeah.
I don't play mobile games.
Funny how they still think I'm a broke man.
Then I'm broke.
Even though I be pulling Hogan's.
Free.
I spent like 40 grand on a couple thousand pictures of some sweaty men.
But also, the other big topic today is going to be a follow-up on all of these false copyright issues on YouTube. Essentially, if you don't know what I'm talking about, people have been saying for years and years now, this is not a new thing, that people have been impersonating me on YouTube and issuing false DMCA takedown requests against various pieces of content, whether it's videos on YouTube, streams on YouTube, posts on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, and other stuff too. And I keep telling everyone, I'm never involved in it. I have nothing to do with it. I don't have time for that shit. I don't care. Like, most content that people make on YouTube of me is fair use. You understand that? I would argue the only stuff that's not fair use could be a live restream, because then you're literally giving away my stream 100% in its entirety for free, and you're not really transforming it. You're just talking over it live, which isn't allowed. That would be the equivalent of, oh, a new movie just released. Stream the whole movie and talk over it. You can't do that. You see? You have to have a limited amount of editing or a limited amount of content shown, or else you're basically redistributing that illegally. But even then, you know, I'm not even arguing that. That's not the point here. What I'm telling you is I haven't at all done any takedown requests against the people who are saying that I have. I'm not involved in it whatsoever. And over the years, every once in a while, we have this discussion again. And I say, it's not me. I don't know why you think it's me. I keep telling you YouTube system is broken. They just grant anything because it's automated and it's stupid and it gets fooled all the time. And I even went last year, I had an hour-long conversation with YouTube support. I documented it. I have the conversation saved. And at the end of the conversation, here's what YouTube told me. You have no legal responsibility to do anything about it, because if you say you're not doing it, then you can't reverse it or take it down because you're not involved. The people who are being false stricken need to have legal counsel and contact us. That's actually what they said. And I said, so you're literally saying that if you want someone to get help with false takedowns, you want them to have a lawyer contact you or even sue you. And they didn't say that. They said, oh, no, not sue, but have a lawyer contact us. So according to YouTube, and this was right on them, I have this document. I saved this conversation just in case it ever came up again, okay? If you need help with a false DMCA, pay thousands of dollars to get a lawyer just to talk to them. Otherwise, they don't care and they won't help you at all. That's what they told me, okay? So my hands are off. I have nothing I can do. I've tried, all right? The thing is, it persists. People tell me all the time that they're still getting false strikes and stuff. Now, some people are nicer about it. They'll contact me and be like, hey, is there anything you can do? Can you confirm or deny if this was you? And, you know, and other people are just complete scumbags about it. And they're like, oh, how dare you? It's either you or it's one of your friends or someone associated with you doing it, and you obviously condone it, and we're going to sue you, and we're going to do this and that. And I'm always like, these people are so unhinged. Like, again, I have nothing to do with it. YouTube outright stated I can't help it. I have it in writing. There's nothing that can be done against me at all because I'm not doing it. If anything, it would have to be you sue YouTube for damages or whatever it is for their broken copyright system. I'm literally not involved. I can't do anything about it, right? So the threats being thrown at me are so ridiculously frivolous and stupid. I mean, you have to be a moron to threaten me because I'm not involved in it, okay? And in fact, I hate to say it, the reason why all this is happening is because of malicious activity towards me over the years. If people didn't idiotically dox my address, dox my phone number, dox all my personal information and put it on the internet, no one would be able to do a false copyright claim in my name. But these morons, a decade ago, as soon as I moved out here, they doxed me and put my address on the internet. The moment that they found out my phone number but through a web host, they put that out there. So that's what happens. It's like, you know what I say? You play with the bull, you get the horns. That's people are going to use this shit to do whatever they want because you put it out there, right? So, I have an update on this morning. You might be saying, why are you talking about it particularly today? Well, first of all, apparently there's been a big wave of it going on again because, again, I got more threats. I keep getting threats. I'm getting fucking DMs and fucking emails and shit everywhere. Oh, I'm gonna get you. It's gonna spite you. And I'm not doing it. I don't know what you expect from me. I've already contacted YouTube. They won't do anything about it. What do you want the person who's not involved in the process and told outright you can't help to do to help? I just don't know. Well, guess what? I actually did get a piece of information from YouTube. I got contacted about one of these takedown requests. It's the first time I've ever seen this happen. So I want to be transparent about it. Now, here's the thing. People might say, well, what are you doing this for? Are you helping your trolls? Would this possibly help trolls? Maybe. But this isn't about helping anyone. This is about doing what's right. A crime is being committed. All right? Someone is doing identity theft and fraud. All right? And it needs to stop. It doesn't matter who it benefits or whatever. What matters is that outright things that are against the law stop happening. That's what the concern is for me. I don't want crimes to be committed. See what I'm saying? So, I'm going to go ahead and show you some stuff this morning about something I received. I'll explain. However, sadly, I feel like this is a one-off situation, and I don't know if this is representative of what's really been happening, or maybe it is. Maybe this is actually going to give us evidence of what's been going on all along. I don't know, but we'll get to that, okay? Okay, so undoubtedly now this podcast will have more viewership, and you're going to have all my trolls rewatching it and everything because they're going to want to know what the hell I'm talking about. You know, we'll see. I mean, again, I'm a transparent guy when it comes to this shit. I have nothing to do with it, and I want it to end, but I don't know what else I can do to help when YouTube has stonewalled me. They refuse to listen, all right? Okay, so first off, before we get to that, so, folks, it's time for our second topic of the day. Let's talk about these false copyright strikes that are being issued in my name. I've already covered the groundwork of where we are, that I'm not involved. I contacted YouTube. They blew me off and don't want to help whatsoever. They say the people who are getting the false strikes should basically get a lawyer and contact YouTube, and that's where it's it. That's the end of my involvement. Literally, when these happen, these false takedowns, I never get notified. I don't get any kind of a heads up for any of this ever happening, okay? So I actually don't know what process people are using in order to issue false copyright strikes in my name. I mean, it doesn't make sense that you should even be able to do that. But here's the thing. Here's the truth. If YouTube has a legal process by which you can issue a copyright strike against someone, a takedown request, you say someone infringed my copyright, would it not make sense, because this is a legal process, that you legally verify the identity of the person before you issue this? Does that not make sense? That you should make sure the person is who they say they are before you go through with it. Because just like anything, if you accidentally get fooled by someone and then you do something in a name that you're not authorized to do it, you are legally responsible. I don't know if YouTube realizes this, okay? But they are legally responsible for false copyright strikes. Yes, they are. If they're not properly verifying that it's a legit claim, they are going to one day get sued. And they will be responsible for all of this false takedown shit. Now, I don't think anyone wants to deal with that. That could take years and years to hash out in court, but I guarantee you it's going to happen one day. All right? So here's how YouTube should do it. Okay? Oh, we received a request saying that this is infringing content. Please verify your identity. And you might say, well, how could they do that? Well, here's the thing. If you're a legal adult somewhere, you have to have a legal form of identification. Depending on where you live in the world, that could be different. Here in the United States, we either have actual legal ID cards that you get with the state you live in, or you get a state driver's license. You should have to provide that to YouTube. Why don't you have to? You literally have to provide your driver's license with almost any legal thing you do ever in the United States. If you're going to get married, if you're going to open a bank account, if you're going to any of these things that are like a legal thing, a big thing, you have to provide evidence of who you are to prove that you're not committing fraud and impersonating someone. Otherwise, you could be opening fake accounts and you know, who's legally responsible for those, right? So why the hell is it, honestly, that YouTube doesn't require you to verify that you're real? They should be requesting every time you issue a takedown request, please provide your driver's license or your legal ID card to prove that you're real. Okay? Now you might say, well, that's just the US. Correct. There are other ways to do it worldwide. Every country has something. There's no country where everyone's anonymous. That's ridiculous. So YouTube could do it, but the truth is YouTube's too fucking lazy. You understand? YouTube wants everything automated. They don't want to have staff. They want everything to be hands-off, AI run, and everything easy to do. And because of that, they're cutting corners, and this is why we have the situation we're in right now. There is literally no fucking reason why YouTube should not be verifying the identity of anyone who puts in a copyright claim. But they don't. They just say, give some general information, we grant the claim. It's insane that they would do that. They're putting themselves at giant legal liability and everyone else as well, okay? Now, in regards to the situation with me, all these fake takedowns that have been happening in my name for years now, I never get notified. I never have any involvement with it. On each of my YouTube channels, there's a copyright page. When you click on it, it shows all the takedowns associated with your channel. These never show up for me. So what that means is that someone has found a way to issue takedowns in my name, but they're not related to my channel. Now, I want you to think about that for a second. How could someone say, I own this video, okay? I'm the owner of this video. I think someone infringed my copyright. Here's my information of who I am and where I live and blah, blah, blah. Here's the link to my video, and here's the link to the video that's infringing, okay? How are you prove you're the owner of the video? Well, you have to be logged into a YouTube channel that video exists on, correct? That's what I always thought, but again, it can't be the case because these are not on my channel, right? They're not. And I'm like, so how are they doing it? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I received an email notification of a takedown request that was falsely done in my name. And then I received a follow-up email from YouTube, which is very interesting. And I investigated a bit, and I want to share my findings with all of you this morning. This is intriguing. And if this helps anyone, I hope, you know, hey, I hope it does. But the thing is, I don't know if it really will, because I'm not sure how to figure this stuff out. Maybe other people know how to figure this out, okay? So here we go. I'm going to show you step by step what happened, okay? So back on Sunday night into Monday, it was like late overnight Sunday into Monday, I received the following email, and that's it right there. Good luck reading it. All right, I'll try to blow it up. It's going to be a little blurry, but I just wanted you to take a look at this email and how funny it is. Take a look at what it says. From YouTube copyright to darksydephilip@gmail.com. I do not have an email of darksydephilip@gmail.com. That doesn't exist. So right off the bat, this was someone messing around, making stuff up. However, I do have an email of DSPGaming@hotmail.com, and they decided to CC me on the email for some reason. Okay, I don't know why, but they decided to CC me on that email. No idea why they would have done that. But okay, this is actually, I'm telling you, this is the first time that I've actually gotten CC'd on one of these. I'm sure these happen all the time, and I'm never involved because they use fake email addresses. But they actually put one of my real emails in there for some reason. Okay? Now, I was doxxed 5 zillion years ago. So, yes, my legal address is in here, and people already know it on the internet. So this isn't doxing because I've already been doxed a zillion years ago. You can't, I would be re-doxing myself. It'd be pretty dumb, right? Whose phone number is that? No one's, because that's an old phone number that I haven't had for a while. So that phone number is no longer valid. I don't know if anyone actually really has that phone number, but it ain't me. All right? So that phone number is not associated with me at all. Okay? So this is what I got. Copyright infringement notification confirmation. Thank you for your submission. Now, I didn't do this. And trust me, when I got this email, I immediately went to all of my YouTube channels and I checked the copyright section and there's nothing there. So this was not issued through my channel. This was done another way. Now, how? I don't know. And that's the thing that gets me. I don't know how they're doing it without actually involving my channel. If you take a look at the bottom, it says the URL of the alleged infringed content, if you go to that URL, you will find a video from last year from a YouTube channel called Superhound. And it's a Detractor style video that basically says, oh, Phil's a liar and blah, blah, blah. Okay? It has like 100 views. So why someone would issue a copyright takedown against a channel that claims to be Superhound and have 100 views, I have absolutely no idea. All right? But this is the email I received. Okay? So continuing on. I think this is the second half of it. Oh, no, this is the follow-up email. All right. So I got this email I got on Sunday. Or Sunday into Monday. All right? And I'm like, all right, well, whatever. I don't know who this is. I don't know what this is. It has nothing to do with me. So I can't do anything about it. Once again, you know, I don't even have a way to contact YouTube about it. I've tried before and they ignore me. Okay? All of a sudden, I got this email yesterday. Thanks for your removal request. We've received your request, but we need more information. Then you scroll down and it says, need more info. We're concerned some of your info in your takedown request may be fraudulent. Yeah, no shit. The whole thing's fraudulent. I told you this already and you ignored me. Please understand your YouTube receives many fraudulent copyright takedown requests, and we take abuse of our copyright takedown process very seriously. We remind you that in your blah, 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 blah. So a bunch of blah, blah, blah nonsense, right? This is all, you can tell this is all form letter nonsense. Okay? Continuing on, this is the second half of this email. Okay? For each video in question, provide precise identification of the particular copywritten work or works allegedly infringed, and the basis to do so, reply to this email. If we don't get a response in 7 days, your account could be terminated. May be able to avoid termination if you retract your takedown request. So respond to this email if you want to do that, right? So what's hilarious again about this, there's a link here. It says you could take back your claim of copyright infringement anytime if you change your mind. If you click on that link, okay, it takes you to a YouTube channel. All right? But it's not my channel. So literally YouTube is saying this YouTube channel is the one issuing the false takedowns. All right? But the problem is I can't figure out what the channel is. I'm going to show you why in a second. When I click on that, it takes you to a copyright page. Like it's attempting to access a copyright page of a YouTube channel, but it says you don't have access to the channel. Again, I tried doing this from all 3 of my YouTube channels. It says you don't have access, which means it's not my channel doing it. It's another channel doing it. Okay? So, what I did is I took the URL out of that link and I put it into YouTube because I wanted to see what channel is actually issuing these false claims in my name. And this is what comes up. So there's your channel URL. All right. It's already banned. Now, when was it banned? I have no idea. You would think that if this were the case, that if someone's doing false claims, right, and it got banned, didn't it get banned previous? Then why are they reviewing and trying to grant more claims? Okay. So FYI, this address is not not legit anymore. All right? It's just not. It's not legit anymore. Someone was issuing false copyright takedowns in my name on their real YouTube channel. YouTube was so idiotic that apparently they granted some of them, but then got wind of it, realized they were fraudulent, and enough fraudulent ones came in, and apparently they banned the channel. But the question is, how in the holy hell can someone be issuing takedown requests for content on my channels on a different YouTube channel? That doesn't even make sense, right? I don't get it. So you guys do with this as you will. This is the channel that is involved in this particular fake takedown request. I don't know who this is or who they were, right? But I want nothing to do with it, all right? The reason I'm showing you this is because I want you to understand. There's nothing I can do. I'm not even involved in it. I try to access this for my channels. It's not there. I can't do anything with it. So for the record, just so everyone knows, I responded to this email and I said to YouTube again, hi, this is Phil Burnell. Yes, I have 3 YouTube channels and people keep impersonating me and try to taking down content falsely. They're doing identity theft. This is not legit. I want all of these reversed. I do not authorize any of them. I spoke with you a year ago in your support chat and you told me you would not help me. So I don't know what else you want me to do. I'm telling you right now, they're not legit. Remove them. And that's what I said. And that was the email to them. So will YouTube read the email, use a iota of human intelligence and intellect, and say, oh shit, this is a big problem, let's fix it? Or will that go to their AI bots because they don't have any human staff and just sit there unread and never do anything? Right? I don't know. You would wish that YouTube would read my fucking email and say, oh, okay, here's evidence that this is fake. Let's make sure this doesn't happen again. Let's take action. But no, I guarantee you, likely, since everything's automated, the AI bot will have no idea what I wrote. It won't recognize anything in the email, right? And it's just going to go into a wastebasket or a black hole or an unread inbox, right? I don't know what else to say to you guys. So to all the detractors out there that are being negatively affected, I'm trying and YouTube doesn't care. I don't know what else to say. There's nothing else I can do. Like, again, I'm telling you what they told me a year ago. If you have issue, if people are hitting you with false copyright strikes, you have to get a lawyer. And the lawyer has to talk to YouTube about it to try to get it figured out and cleared up. I have no involvement. I tried to get involved. They ignore me. I did respond to this email. This is the first time I've ever gotten an email about one. I always am out of the loop. This is the first time one ever hit me. So I responded. Hey, it's not me. Please just clear all these up. But there's no guarantee YouTube's going to do it. They already apparently took action against that YouTube channel, whatever one it was. But again, I don't know what else this is. You know what? Like, what was that channel? Can anyone figure it out? Again, here's the channel URL. I'm trying to be as transparent as possible. What YouTube channel is this? This is maybe one of many that maybe has been doing this, correct? It's blatant evidence that someone did a false takedown in my name. But what channel is this? It's already gone. I don't know. Okay? So, I'm sorry, guys. I wish there was something else I could do. That's it. But, from my perspective and anything I can do, this is it. If I get more, if I get more of this, all right, I'll let you know. If I have more to respond to, I'll let you know. I'll respond to it, and I'll always tell them, hey, it has nothing to do with me. Leave it alone. You know, stop. Don't grant this. But again, it seems like non-stop nonsense, and I can't stop it because they're again. How could you figure this out? How could you solve this? Literally, it's the easiest fucking thing. The absolute moment that a DMCA takedown is issued, request ID. Prove that you're the person. Show us your ID. Then we know it's you. Correct? But they don't do that. They just grant it with no proving that anything is real. There is absolutely a legal requirement to confirm someone's identity to grant anything in a court of law. There is. You can't just have someone walk into court and say, oh, I'm so-and-so. Here, I'm here to represent. No, they have to prove who you are. So why on YouTube don't they do that? Because they're lazy. I mean, that's the only explanation. They're lazy. They want to not have staff to review anything. So they just skip that step. And they just shadow grant everything. And they feel just having AI clean everything up is the way to do it, instead of actually having humans involved. So, all I'm going to say is, hey, if someone out there was ever mass hit with this kind of shit, and it actually legit hurt your livelihood, get together with others of the similar and do a class action. That's what I would do. If I were involved, I would do a class action. And I would say enough is enough. Let's get YouTube to fix this process. At the very least, they should have identity confirmation for DMCA takedowns. It should be absolutely what is requested. Or required, excuse me. Okay? So, more on here. So, yeah, guys, I'm sorry to bother you with all of this, obviously, but this is an issue. This is stupid, and I hate that it happens, but it's life, and we got to at least talk about it every once in a while, right? I don't want to just ignore everything. So, Jasper, here we go again.